What up, everyone? It's Ryan Wilson. You gonna eat that crust podcast? Are you a fan of spine-chilling tales, creepy creatures, and all things horror? Listen to LK the Horror Nerd. He offers in-depth reviews of movies, books, and games, exclusive interviews, and chilling discussions. That's right, folks. Check out LK the Horror Nerd, another podcast on the You Run Podcast Network. Check it out, y'all.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the You Gonna Eat That Crust podcast. I'm your host with the most on the ones and twos, never late to the show. I got the sickest flow. You know, they call me Shed Dancing, Fatback Supreme, the money making machine. Ryan Wilson. I don't make money. Also with me tonight, follically challenged himself, the sweatpants overlord. I'm talking Greg Hoey of Greg and Justin Present. Greg, what's good?
What's up, man? Can I borrow some money?
No.
Oh, okay. Shit. I'm doing well. Thanks.
Great. Also with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, underground legend, Michigan hero. All right. I'm talking from the Dewey Podmonster podcast. It's John. What's up, man?
Hey, bro. Well, I'm trying to uproot myself from the underground to some kind of weird, undead living creature that happens to see sunlight every now and then, but I'm doing good. Thanks for having me back on.
You know why I don't want to have you back on? Because your episode is like 5 times more plays than any other episode we've ever had. Who the fuck are you?
Happens.
You're a fucking... Dude, we're getting like big underground rappers and shit, and then like, nah, the numbers ain't touching Dewey Podmonsters. You guys are killing it.
He's the Miguel Cabrera of podcasting.
I'm just a cocaine-addicted fruit fly. I don't know what to tell you. So.
No, thank you so much for coming on, man. It was short notice. Seamus, he's got to wake up at 4 a.m. He's got to get in his bodybuilding routine before bed. He's got to do several lines of mustard. And so he's not here tonight, but we love him. Okay, I'd hug him if he was here right now for 4 minutes plus.
I just sent him a virtual hug text.
Good call, Greg. All right, before we really get into shit, I got to tell you guys what happened the other day. So you know, the early 2000s saw me as rapper Fatback Supreme. Okay, I got the music all over the interwebs, and I have a bunch of shit on SoundCloud. Okay. So my kid has this like graduation capstone project ceremony where like all the parents can go and walk through and see all the kids' capstone projects before they go to high school. And all the other classes are going through and looking at all the projects too. Well, while I'm there, my son Abram's class is there. Now they give all the kids laptops at the fucking school. And Abram found out that the only thing that's not blocked is SoundCloud. So he showed his whole class all of the Fatback Supreme songs. So I'm walking through this fucking capstone ceremony, and I got all these 12-year-olds dapping me up, going, "Yo, Fatback Supreme, when's a new album dropping, son?" And my wife was just like, oh, it was fucking ridiculous. Like 5 little kids come up to me like, "Yo, love the music. Where's the new album?" So, huge in the middle school circuit.
Was I on any of those verses?
Probably, Greg.
Were they like, tell Greg we said what's up, too?
No, they definitely didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
They asked us, like, "Are you the guy that knows Dewey Podmonster?" I was like, "That's me."
They're like, tell him he fucking sucks. Punk rock is dead. Ska sucks.
Whoa, hey, that's a bridge too far. I'll not have that talk on my podcast. It is the You Gonna Eat That Crust podcast, hosted by Ryan Wilson, featuring Greg Hoey, Seamus Rogers.
It's true. As our Instagram says.
I didn't set up the Instagram, Greg.
I know. I set it up. I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, I guess me and Seamus are just along for the ride.
All right, now, John, did you bring any news stories along to share tonight?
I sure as shit did.
Oh, perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on tonight's show with our special guest, John from Dewey Podmonster, when we're come together with a crusty Podmonster, we're going to be walking you through some of the latest strange and bizarre news stories on the interwebs today. Greg, I know you were late because you were taking a shower and playing video games. I'd like you to go first.
I'm so clean, and my mind is also clean from having fun from playing video games. Okay, so 27-year-old Chinese student was doing a little off-season climbing in Japan on Mount Fuji last week, and due to altitude sickness, he had to be airlifted to safety. 4 days later, the unnamed student had to be rescued again because he went back to the mountain to look for his phone and his belongings. They had to airlift him again twice.
Look, man,
That's amazing.
Yeah, cell phone plans are expensive. It's hard to buy new cell phones. I could totally see why he did this, and it makes a lot of sense. If you lose something like that on Fuji, you're definitely going to find it.
Well, it actually says that the reason he went back was because he had a high score on Candy Crush on his phone that he could not get back.
It's fair. Was he using Find My Phone? Like, was he just tracking on his watch and walked his ass back up there only to get stuck again?
Yeah, pretty much, yes.
It's amazing. This is why we have this technology.
All right,
He's going to go for the third time.
all right, I got one, guys. This is I read this morning, and I was pretty psyched when I found it. And I'm sure we'll have a lot to say about it. So, alpha male influencers are now saying it's gay to cook yourself a nutritious meal. He claims the left will never cancel him for eating pale steak with apple-flavored light beer and fruit. He goes on to say, I never cook. Or if I do go to the grocery store, I only buy what I eat that day. I keep an empty refrigerator. After revealing his father asked him whether it'd be cheaper to cook his own meals, this guy Waller, who's our alpha male, drones on with the most nauseating verbal flex you'll ever hear. I said, no, not really. Let's talk about the scenario, he says. Calling the valet, getting downstairs to the elevator of the valet, going in the G-Wagon, burning fuel, sitting in traffic, going to Publix, looking around for a parking spot, getting out, looking around the store for what I want. Dude, I want fucking chicken and steak. Buying the food, all the ingredients, going home, parking again, going back up to the elevator, getting the pots and pans out, cooking like a fucking idiot. I'm cooking, saving money. The soap, the Dial soap costs $8 for a little bottle. I clean the fucking dishes and plates, bro. If you make more than $15 an hour, the whole $4 ordeal is worth paying an Uber driver the extra 10% to bring the shit to you. By the way, the restaurants make food better than you.
Oh.
Yeah,
This alpha male gonna need an alpha fleshlight to get himself through alpha adolescence.
Yeah, this guy's inspired by the Joe Rogan podcast, he said. And I mean, when he posted the picture of the fucking steak that he made, people said it looked like he cooked it under a hot water heater. To a company.
Was he having milk steak? Is it milk steak?
Yeah,
boiled over hard.
Did it have a GE Electric singe mark in it?
There's no singe marks whatsoever, John. It looks like a gray, lumpy mass.
That's sad.
Yeah, and to accompany it, he has a banana and a tomato cut in half with a Bush Apple light beer. Because nothing says, I'm an alpha male, like Bush Light Apple beer.
There's Bush Light Apple beer? I'm more amazed that there's Bush Light Apple beer.
Oh,
It's popular here because people hunt with it. I don't really give a shit about what he drinks because do what you want. But
As John's
can't-
drinking Busch Light apple beer right now.
no. But I will say, if you can't cook a steak, then you don't deserve to be called an alpha anything. Maybe an alpha bitch.
ooh, shit.
Ooh.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but like, you don't need much. You need salt and pepper, and your steak should be able to do. You could practically eat it raw, and it'd be better than what this guy sounds like he did.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's destroying it. He's vandalizing the steak, and I don't like it.
I feel foolish that I've dedicated so many years of my life cooking only to be called gay by an alpha male. Like, I'm all for the gays. Happy Pride Month, motherfuckers. But fuck this guy. He sucks. All right, so that's it, guys. I mean, fucking be an alpha male all day long. It's what you got to do. All right, tank tops, short shorts. That's all you need. All right, John,
Yeah.
hit me with a hard hitting story, my friend.
All right. So I'm more of a headline person. There is a whole story here, but I'm not going to read the whole thing because I'm American and I don't do that. But I'll get to the key points. British Airways flight attendant was found naked and dancing in business class toilet. Police suspect that drugs are involved. That's pretty much the whole story. This is on a double-decker Airbus 380-800, which I'm assuming is huge. And that's just that. Their flight attendant was naked and dancing in a business class toilet. I like that he took the time to go up to business class because fuck, naked dancing in coach.
Yeah, if I'm going to ruin somebody's day, it's definitely going to be in business class. I'd kick open the door while dancing in the toilet naked. Look at me, motherfuckers, and then you shit while I'm, dancing.
Hey, come on, buddy. This is business class.
Do that.
And
coach.
if you're lucky, our good friends Scott and Mark will be on there, and they might join you in said dancing. So,
Thank God.
there's only so many planes in Britain, right?
Yeah, I'd imagine so, man.
Like 3.
I think it's just the one.
Yeah, just the one. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I can't believe they think drugs were involved. That's a Tuesday night at my house.
Hey-o.
Yeah, I do most of my naked dancing in the backyard. I like the breeze. I don't really want the toilet involved in it, but hey, to each his own.
Yeah, well,
I'm not going to, this guy's probably an alpha male and I don't want to enrage him and have to eat, gray shitty steak or whatever.
yeah, no, absolutely. All right, Greg, we're going to cycle right back to you, big guy.
All right, I'm going to lighten the mood a little bit.
Yeah, it's been pretty dark.
It's been very dark. I'm scared now. A kitten heard calling for help from an underground pipe in New York was coaxed out by a rescuer and will soon be available for adoption. John DeBacker of Long Island Cat and Kitten Solution actually played recorded kitten sounds to lure the tiny feline close enough so that he could snatch it up with a catch pole.
What's a catch pole? I don't even. That sounds like something that would be involved in fishing and involve something sharp.
I feel like it's like, what is that thing that the like hobos have?
Bandoliers.
Bandoliers, isn't that like a gun?
Yeah, that's what they put the bullets in. Fuck.
I mean, that's one way to get the cat out of the hole, I guess. So,
it's like a pole with a net at the end of it, I assume.
Oh, like a lacrosse stick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shit! I spelled lacrosse stick wrong.
It's basically a pool skimmer.
Yeah, yeah. It's a pool net. It's a flat one. So fuck, I keep on falling off.
Since he's the only kitten catcher, though, he does call it his catcher's stick. It's a technical, it's a lacrosse stick, buddy.
Actually, it's a catch pole.
It does make it sound dramatically more, I don't know, professional than what it probably is. Because you're probably right. It probably is just either a lacrosse stick or a pool skimmer, maybe with some like 2-sided tape on it to keep the fucker on there.
Any guesses what this cat's name is?
Shabuzi.
Piper.
Oh, shut up. That's
Get it? Because it gets stuck in a pipe.
I'm so mad now.
It's disappointing.
Sorry about that.
All right, this is kind of a fucked up one. Los Angeles sports writer Michael Durante arrived at his home in Echo Park on May 10th to find it had been ransacked. While taking in the damage, Duarte went into the bedroom and discovered a naked man sleeping in his bed. Duarte told a friend who was waiting in a nearby car to call police. Strangely, the intruder had clogged the toilet with towels, eaten a box of ice cream,
As you do.
eaten a box of ice cream sandwiches and a box of Beyond Beef
As you do.
burger patties,
Hmm.
chewed
Yeah.
60 pieces of gum, which he then spit out into a big pot of gum about the size of a softball. He also killed a possum with a statue and left it on the back patio. Yeah, so the guy got arrested, was led away by the police. And, I'm going to kill you.
Was this guy employed by British Airways?
They suspect drugs were involved.
It all circles back.
Shocker.
The owner was like, I'm just really pissed about the gum, actually.
Everything else was fine.
There's a lot of gum. There's a lot of gum.
60 pieces of gum I'll never get back.
Fuck.
That's at least like $6 worth of gum. I mean,
Yeah, it equates to 4 big league chew pouches.
yeah, roughly.
Yeah, I did take a minor in college on gum math, so I know what I'm talking about.
I majored in
Chewing
gum.
gum 101,
Yeah,
etiquette and application. So
yeah, you know.
Yeah, the first course is Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
And then you go to gum. You gotta build up.
you gotta, you can't start with something that you can't swallow. That would be a problem.
Tic Tacs 101.
What
You have all these idiot kids with like 15 pounds of gum in their stomach by the end of the semester.
What about those Listerine strips? Are those still a thing?
Oh, those
I
like
don't know,
acid
but those are
strips?
gross.
They blew up in the 90s, bro.
Yeah.
All the dude bros like, yo, where's the fucking Listerine strips, bud?
You gotta be an alpha male. You gotta use Listerine strips.
Bitches love the Listerine strips. That's why I chew them. All right. John, if you bless us with another tale, please.
Well, since you said bless, absolutely. Alabama pastor, age 72, allegedly pistol whips man, might have been an alpha male, then returns later to apologize. Roy Powell, blah, blah, blah. Basically, it's just that. This pastor, who is 72 years old, went and pistol whipped the shit out of this guy during a robbery, trying to steal his book bag at gunpoint, and then later returned to apologize. Because that's what pastors do, apparently.
Got to man up after a pistol whip. Hey, I didn't mean
Were
that.
drugs
I'm
involved?
sorry.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
This is a quote. He said, "You was in my way. I'm walking down the sidewalk." And they had words back and forth, and then he pistol whipped him. This is from a priest.
As one does.
Hey, you know what? Alabama's a rough spot. I've only been there once. I really have no desire to go back.
I can't imagine why. They seem enlightened to me.
It's very. That's why their pastors have pistols for whipping. This has got to be what happens after you get out of Catholic school, right? Like the nun gets done beating your ass, and now you just graduated, and the pastor gets to beat your ass. I'm kind of combining religions, but I'm okay with that. The church has not made any public comment about the pastor's arrest.
Well, yeah, that's something you want to sweep under the rug, like they're known so well for doing.
Yes, quite true.
All right, Greg, I want to say?
Yeah. The Netherlands National Museum has a new object on display that merges art with Amsterdam's infamous red light district. A nearly 200-year-old condom emblazoned with erotic art. The Rijksmuseum said in a statement that the playful prophylactic believed to be made around 1830 from a sheep's appendix.
How big is this fucking condom?
It looked normal size. You know, I mean, I use Magnum, so I mean, I don't know. That's normal to me, I guess. But
You use those little ones you get in the aisle by the finger things.
yeah, I just use thimbles.
I have 5 kids.
What's a condom?
So you use the 60 packs of gum?
The condom, possibly a souvenir from a brothel, is decorated with an erotic image of a nun and 3 clergymen. If you want to check out this condom, it's on display until the end of November. We should take a podcast trip and go check out this condom.
Absolutely.
I mean, that sounds like as good a reason to go leave the house as any. So.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of interested to see how detailed the art is on a condom, because I've seen a lot of condoms in a lot of different films of varying quality, and none of them have had artwork on them.
Yo,
Yeah,
did we just
I'm sure none-
hold on. Did we just tap a new market? Do we need art condoms? Holy shit.
There's probably art. There is art condoms, but this thing's made from a sheep's appendix.
I'm talking just ones you can buy over the counter. You get Mickey
Well,
Mouse on that shit. You get Donald Duck on that shit. Rick, Morty, whoever you want.
Dude, fuck that. Put Art the Clown on that shit. That way you can say, look, this thing is murdering your children before they even come out.
Yeah. It's a sheep's appendix condom, so it's got like little ruffles of fur or hair, like little sheep poofs at the end.
Tufts.
Yeah, little tufts. So it's like a little. It's
like a French tickler.
Yeah. It catches the jizz.
As you do.
Yeah.
I just say it's so fucked up that there's a fucking nun on it getting her freak on.
With 3 clergymen.
Yeah, dude.
Getting triple teamed.
Fuck.
Yeah, power of Christ impales you.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, this is a good one. Authorities in Delaware County, Pennsylvania, have arrested 44-year-old Christina Samalato of Ridley Park after a crappy incident on April 29th.
Ooh.
NBC Philadelphia reported Salamanto and another driver took part in a road rage event that ended with Salamato exiting her car, backing up to the front of the other car, and defecating on the front grille.
Oh, I saw this actually.
As seen in a witness video, she then walked
As you do.
triumphantly back to her car and drove on. She was taken into May 1st and charged with indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, harassment, and depositing waste on a highway.
So this chick also started an OnlyFans. People so she got an OnlyFans out of this as well too. People want her to shit on things now, and she was like, "I'll do it. I'll
do what you gotta do."
Yeah, she exploded on. It was like she exploded on the scene, literally.
Hey, shit!
Literally, yeah, shit. It was just. Have you seen the video?
No, Greg. I don't know what you're into. I don't care what you're into. Just
listen.
Live your life, buddy.
I've seen enough videos of shitting that I don't really need to see them on Instagram.
Well, she just gets out and just lifts up and just squirts right on the front of the car and just diarrhea shits right over the car. It's fucking gross.
Don't get me wrong, I respect it. Do you know how many things I've watched men urinate on? If the one woman's going to go shit on a car, it's probably not really going to fuck up the car that much. If she's good looking, it might even be a thrill. Whatever.
Yeah, that's an inconvenience at best. Now, ultimately, did she win this argument, do you think, guys?
Absolutely.
She did, yeah.
If you shit on the car, you win. There's no other option. You're the winner.
Yeah, I like the strut. When she struts away, too. I mean, that's really the icing on the cake. She's like, what are you going to do? It's done.
Well, she doesn't have to go to the car wash, but she has to go to the human wash.
Well, yeah, and there's all the fucking... Yeah. Indecent exposure. She'll probably have to register as a sex offender, disorderly conduct. Those are all not great things.
It's chemical warfare.
She's in America. She'll get pardoned within the first 3 days of her sentence. We'll be fine.
She'll get a slap in the butt, slap in the air.
I mean, that's usually more of a yellow shower thing, but I'm sure there's some brown showers in there too. Why not?
Yeah, of course. Paint the town brown. All right, I want to say fucking John. There's only 3 of us, and I'm losing track. I'm getting old.
Hey, it's all right. So, what weird story collection would be complete without a Florida man story, right?
Exactly.
So, Florida man caught masturbating tells police that he's Captain Kirk from Star Trek. Goes on. The arrest report said that it was pretty obvious that the man was masturbating. When the officers asked him what he was doing, the man claimed he was scathing himself. According to the report, the man told police that he was James Tiberius Kirk, which happens to be the name of Shatner's character on Star Trek. It turned out the man was neither an admiral or a Starfleet captain or on the USS Enterprise, but James Burndick. The 56-year-old man was arrested on Monday and charged with disorderly conduct, providing a false name to law enforcement. So... Note to self, kids: if you're gonna jerk off in public, call yourself Spock.
A kindergartner in the greater Johnstown, Pennsylvania school district bought treats to school on May 14th. Sweet. Unfortunately, the tasty items were Jell-O shots with alcohol that 3 fellow students enjoyed. When school officials learned about the shots, immediate action was taken, with the kids going to the nurse's office, then to a local hospital for evaluation. Out of the abundance of caution.
It's a fucking Jell-O shot. Just give them some water and Gatorade and say, "Here's some pizza." Like, calm the fuck down.
Well, yeah, they were in kindergarten.
They're fine. They're fucking fine. It's a Jell-O shot. It's not like you gave them synthetic heroin with Jell-O. Like, calm down.
Yeah, that's what happened at my kindergarten.
He's in kindergarten. We had fucking heroin.
Like, what's the worst that's going to happen? The teacher's going to be like, okay, A, B, now what? They're going to be like, C for cunt, and then move on with the day. Like, get over it.
They can't even talk yet if they're in kindergarten.
Well,
right?
yes, they can, Greg. What the fuck?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, no.
I thought they were learning to be kids in kindergarten.
They don't usually start talking till they get to be up 14 or 17.
No, it's a kid in the garden.
It was a 17-year-old.
So they're growing kids in the garden. Kid in the garden.
Sure.
Ridiculous. Greg, do you have any more stories to delight us with?
I got one more.
Beautiful.
Okay. So after 529 days alone in the Australian bush, Valerie, the mini dash hound, is home. This dog ran away from her owners on a camping trip in Australia back in 2023 on some remote island in Australia. Fucking dog survived in the wild for 529 days alone.
That dog is an alpha male.
Yeah. The dog's name was Andrew Tate.
Came back with 17 women in a box.
They lost hope until locals spotted her with a bunch of squirrels like tied on trees. She was snapping squirrels' necks, cashing checks.
Had a big Bowie knife.
Yeah. Oh, they still have me. Yeah. But that's pretty impressive. That's a small dog as well, too. 520 days. They have like spiders in Australia that are bigger than that dog.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why that dog is alpha male. No question.
Australian dogs are just made differently.
Well, yeah, I've seen Bluey. I mean, that shows it tugs on your heartstrings. All right, John.
That's a show.
John, do you have any more tales of delight that aren't about dogs?
All right, I'll save the best for what I think is the best for last. So
Great.
Either you have cats.
I have cats. I love my cats.
Ryan, do you have cats?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've proven the story wrong already. This cat poop parasite can decapitate sperm, and it might be fueling male infertility. Toxoplasma gondii, a parasite spread by cats, can shred human sperm and may be overlooked as a factor in declining male fertility, according to new research. This is dated on May 30th. And again, Ryan, you've already proven this study wrong, so you need to go tell Bill Sullivan to go fuck himself. So,
well, I don't fuck my cats either. It's something I live by.
Brian's patient zero. He'll cure that.
That's the one thing I was kind of curious about is how is the this cat shit particle like parasite coming in contact with sperm to decapitate it, apparently. Which I didn't even know sperm could be decapitated. I know it has a tail, but I never thought of it as like a decapitation situation.
Yeah, no, me neither. Shit, that's rugged.
Well, cats hate kids, so they're like trying to plan for the future. Like, I don't want no fucking kids around.
Greg,
cats
don't hate kids. My cat love my kids. My cat
they tolerate your kids.
Sits at the bus stop while the kids get on the bus and then waits for them to get off the bus. You're so wrong.
It tolerates the kids.
So Ryan, does your cat sit there and take a shit just to have it throw at the other kids to go decapitate their sperm and make them infertile? I think she has more.
Yeah, I think she has a collection going. Like one day she's going to launch an all-out attack.
That's, you know what? That's probably going to be more successful than any organized attack that we can do as a country.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. All right. So don't fuck your cats, people. All right.
First law.
That's right. Stick them in a pipe and then get them out with a pool skimmer.
A Slidell, Louisiana Lowe's home improvement store was the site of a startling discovery. On May 11th, when 66-year-old James Cavalis of Jasper, Georgia, was found in a display storage shed at the store with his pants around his ankles and a tub of Vaseline at hand. The Smoking Gun reported that Cavalis admitted to pleasuring himself while watching YouTube in the shed. He was arrested for obscenity and booked into the county jail.
Oh my God, what was he watching? What do you think he was watching?
Obviously, he's watching the audio version of You Gonna Eat That Crust podcast on YouTube.
He's listening to the John episode, the Dewey Pod Creature Feature episode, obviously.
I mean, we put video on our page, so maybe. So you said he had a tub of Vaseline. Is this like a tub as in like one that he's actually sitting in the tub? Or is he just like fucking a Vaseline like jar that you get from
he's got a fucking
Walmart?
Yeah, just a small jar, I assume. I don't think he filled up a tub.
Just less entertaining.
A tub at Lowe's with Vaseline dragged into the shed.
He's not sitting in Vaseline.
This is disappointing now. I was preferring one of those like big, 20-gallon tubs that he just kind of shoveled into this shed and scooped like Vaseline in intermittently until he could just have his magnum opus of like dicking out in the middle of the hardware store.
Yeah, I was thinking about that scene with like Baby Billy at the first season of Righteous Gemstones when he's sitting in that tub outside, but just full of Vaseline.
That would take a long time to do. All right, John, I know you got one more story to share with us. I want you to just let it out, John. Let it out.
All right, so I'll wrap with this. Researchers have genetically engineered and altered fruit flies to crave cocaine. Studying these modified insects, they hope to help scientists create new treatments for humans. I like knowing that humans are on the same trajectory as fruit flies as far as craving and addiction.
Yeah, good. That's because, fruit flies aren't annoying enough. Now they're all going to be wanting to start businesses and shit and fucking
shooting each other.
Oh, God, yeah. There's just nothing good can come of this.
I mean, they could learn how to make, crack in a smaller form, I suppose. That might be good.
And then there's another untapped market, tiny crack pipes for fruit flies.
Ooh.
That, you know what? You just nailed it. As soon as we get done with this, I'm going to go start making some, I'm going to take all my previous crack pipes and see if I can just like do some experiments and shrink them.
Yeah.
Maybe stick them in the microwave, see if they shrink down, maybe whittle them down with a knife. We'll see how it goes.
Honey, I Shrunk the Crack Pipe.
Yeah.
You guys remember Shrinky Dinks?
Yeah, dude, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Shrinky Dink, the crack pipe version.
Yeah. Help me.
Fuck.
You're going to also have to shrink lighters because, you got to have smaller flames for smaller crack pipes. Although crack pipes usually like a big flame. So I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, they get a regular size fly to hold the lighter, obviously. I mean, come on. It's the only way this is going to work.
You can't expect a fruit fly to operate a lighter. Like he doesn't have thumbs.
No.
Like,
unless they have a candle.
That's true.
It's always lit.
Oh, shit.
You know what?
We pray to the wax god.
We're solving the problems of all the cocaine addicted fruit flies.
Yeah.
We're kind of heroes if you think about it.
Well, I'm going to run for mayor.
Who the fuck thought of that? He's like, what would be a great experiment? What if we get fruit flies addicted to coke? Yeah, that's a great idea, man. We'll start a business.
You don't know who thought of that? Scientists in Utah. That's who thought of it.
Oh, fucking flatlanders. God damn it.
This is what happens when you're not allowed to have beer over like 2.5% ABV.
Could you imagine? That's fucking terrible.
It's just stupid. You're just going to drink more. So why do it?
You want to watch SLC Punk again? All right.
I kind of do, but that is an accurate statement. If you're a drunk is going to drink more to get drunk. They're not going to stop and be like, "Oh, I've had two." That's not responsible.
I wonder what the average weight is in Utah for. I mean, because I know I have a fucking beer belly because I drink IPAs and double IPAs and all that shit. So if I had to drink 30 beers at 2%, those got to be some fat fucks down there.
Trust me, it's Mormon,
Ha!
No, I'm not giving.
How long do you think that piss line is in Utah? It's in there draining 70 gallons worth of 2% beer.
Oh God, dude, that's insane. 2% beer.
I'd rather be a cocaine addicted freak.
Absolutely. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for our news stories. I hope you guys will stick around for something else.
Overrated, is it underrated? Overrated, is it underrated? Overrated, is it underrated? Is it somewhere in between?
All right. So, John, we're going to do an overrated, underrated, pretty easy. All right, I'm going to give you a topic. You guys are going to decide if it's overrated, underrated, and tell me why.
All right.
All right. Pretty easy. All right, we're going to start with the movie, the franchise, Smile. Have you seen it, John?
No, and it's overrated.
Fuck. All right. Perfect. Greg, what do you think?
I think it's rated perfectly fine. I like both of them. I wasn't blown away, but they made me smile.
It came out after 1997. It's overrated.
Ooh, shit.
Hot take.
Someone has appreciation for the classics. All right, well,
I'm right.
let's keep going then. And I've already heard your podcast about this, so I kind of have an idea. John, Terrifier, go.
That's a tough one. For me, it's kind of like a little bit overrated. My better half would tell you it's overrated as fuck, but I'd say it's somewhere between accurately rated and a little overrated.
Okay. All right. And you're still on the fence if you even enjoyed it or not, the franchise as a whole?
As a whole, yeah, I like part 3. For whatever reason, the Christmas theme works for me. Part 2 is too fucking long. Like I'm sorry, I don't need a 2.5 hour Art the Clown movie under any circumstance.
But they definitely got better each one, wouldn't you say, though? Because the first one had no story. It was just like straight up just all kills. The second one had a little bit more of a story. And the third one, in my opinion, is the best one.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think my big thing with Terrifier, why I can't be too mad about it, is although I'm not like the biggest fan of the franchise, I feel like it's pretty solidly in like okay territory. What I will say is it's a independent film that has made like 20 times its budget and growing with each release. So for me, the thing that I would hope to see out of it, what I like about it, is I hope it will help producers and studios kind of realize like, hey, $5 million off of a $250,000 budget is still a pretty damn good profit. And maybe we start seeing things that are not Marvel's the like Dick Avengers 16 with all that type of shit. Like I'm really over the superhero craze, the Star Wars, all that stuff. So if it means that, you know, production companies start giving independent filmmakers a chance to get their work out there, then I think it's more good than bad.
That's kind of what Justin said about Marvel and Star Wars on our last episode on franchises that went too long or not long enough.
Oh, those all went too fucking long. But
yeah,
you'll have me bitching for like a while if you get me going on that. So
I'm still waiting for the Howard the Duck sequel. What's up, Marvel?
What's up? The duck wants to fuck. I would say the same thing. It's overrated slightly, I guess, because it's kind of like a cult, success like that. But I do really enjoy it, and I thought the third one was excellent. And I like Art the Clown more than the series, I guess. I think he's a funny villain.
See, I like Lauren Levera more than the series. So
yeah, she's great. I hate the fucking brother so much.
Oh yeah, I hate him. I hate him. Like, so I don't know the person, but his persona that he puts on social media that seems to find its way into my feed, even though I don't follow him. With his, hey, I'm this fucking indie little shit who has a lot of money because I was in this movie. Hey, look at my shitty music. Hey, I'm 14 and I just discovered the Misfits. Like, go fuck yourself.
Well, all right, Misfits, overrated, underrated. Just kidding. We're not going to go there.
Overrated.
Thank you. I would have said the same thing.
I have them tattooed on my arm. They're one of my favorite bands, but they are overrated.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'm not. You know what? Brooklyn Brawler, overrated, underrated. John, go.
Underrated.
Absolutely. Greg, what do you think about the Brooklyn Brawler?
I don't know who the Brooklyn Brawler is.
I know.
He's like a 10-year WWF paid loser and my former neighbor.
Oh, he's rated way too high. He's a fucking loser. With 2 O's.
Bro, he wore fingerless leather gloves.
I
While he mowed his lawn.
I retract my statement.
While he mowed his lawn with his trophy life, just walking around in a bikini, like giving him a beer.
Playing the best around.
Pretty much.
Wow.
He gave out power bars on Halloween.
Shit. I wanted to not like him, but I love him all of a sudden.
He's definitely an alpha male.
All right, here's an interesting one. Long legs. John, go ahead.
It's kind of a tricky one. So if you had asked me this last year, whenever it came out, that came out what, like June, July, something like that?
I think so.
So we'll say last year for the sake of argument. I would have said it was overrated at the time that it came out because it was so hyped, because every horror movie that comes out, the internet gloms onto and acts like it's the best fucking thing ever. A year in, now that the hype's kind of died down on it, I'd say it's probably actually closer to underrated because it is a pretty good movie. It just got way too much dick loving at the time when it was fresh.
All right. I love that. Greg, what do you think?
It's underrated. Yeah, I really enjoy Long Legs. I thought it was awesome.
I need to watch it again, like actually go back and kind of, dissect it again and try to see if I like it more the second time around.
I definitely liked it more the second time around when Ryan and I did the episode on Long Legs. I watched it again and really enjoyed it.
I thought it was different. I mean, it was nice to see someone trying something different anyway. It was, different-ish, I guess. 7, Silence of the Lambs. Yeah. All right.
What's the best one of all those 3 movies?
7.
Silence of the Lambs.
Nah, 7.
You're wrong. Seven's a close second.
Controversial opinion. I like Hannibal better than I like Silence of the Lambs. What's up? I'm controversial.
Opinion. Yeah, you like
I like Manhunter better than Silence of the Lambs.
Oh shit! It's getting hot in here. It's getting heated, baby. Oh, controversial episode.
It's getting Brian Cox in here.
All right, John. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen you guys do this one. Hereditary. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. I keep getting told that I need to because it's like supposedly so disturbing, and I haven't seen it.
You've never seen Hereditary?
No, it's probably overrated.
Well, yeah, Greg, look at their films they fucking watch. I mean, that's why I was like, I don't know. Do I go with this? Do I not go with it? Yeah, but
it's got Long Legs, though.
Yeah, but that had Nick Cage in it.
Yeah, but this has...
Exactly.
What's her name? Who's awesome? Toni Collette.
Toni Collette is awesome.
It's got Gabriel Byrne from Talking Heads.
David Byrne, Greg. David.
They're brothers.
They're not brothers, Greg.
I know.
Hereditary is an A24 movie, right?
It is, yeah.
Right.
It's got that girl who goes...
Starvin' Marvin?
She's just scary just looking at her.
Greg, that's not nice.
And she's allergic to peanuts. I said peanuts.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that it's overrated without seeing it. It's an A24 movie, which is usually a big knock against it for me. I don't care about anyone in this cast that's at least on the front page. And yeah, fuck this kid in this red hoodie that's in here. I don't like looking at her. So
I'm gonna say it's underrated. It's probably top 10 horror movie of all time for me.
Wow.
Boom.
I really like it too, man. It's but I'm not a super critical person. Like I'll just watch a movie and take it for what it is. It's probably in my top 10 too, John. I'm sorry. And I don't like most of the A24 movies. I don't like fucking like art house, like fucking like, did you understand it? No, that's because it's super complicated. Like I tried to watch Beau Was Afraid. Like, what am I watching? This is stupid. I don't. I don't know. I don't. They take big swings and it's usually misses, and it's like, let's have a quiet, thoughtful horror movie. I don't always want that. I did like Talk to Me, and I did like Midsummer. John, Midsummer, overrated, underrated. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it, and I'm gonna say this about you guys having the Hereditary in your top 10.
Oh God,
you know there's 12. You know there's 12 Friday the 13th movies, right? So you're automatically wrong.
I don't think I have one Friday the 13th in my top 10.
That's a goddamn shame, and you know
it is. I'm a Hellraiser guy, but The Thing is up there for me. Aliens is up there for me. I'm gonna put Aliens in horror. I don't care. I have to.
Alien or Aliens?
Aliens, both of them. Alien and Aliens are both up there for me. I fucking love them both. The Thing's up there for me.
I could argue with you, but I'm not gonna. So,
what do you think's better, Alien or Aliens?
So you're splitting hairs on this, but I prefer Alien because it is a horror movie.
Yeah, I agree.
I love Aliens and I love Bill Paxton, but yeah, it's more of an action movie. So that's the only reason why.
Well, no, I accept that. And again, like that's why I feel like Alien might be the better movie than Aliens, just like Terminator might be the better movie than Terminator 2. But I find Aliens and Terminator 2 more enjoyable.
This is funny. We've covered all four of those on our show. And when it comes to Alien and Aliens, you're on the same page as Sean, where obviously I just had my opinion. Unlike Sean and you, apparently, I prefer Terminator 2 over the first Terminator because the story is so well fleshed out, and Cameron put so much effort into saying, this is the end of this fucking story, don't ruin it. And then they were like, no, we're going to make like 12 more movies and a TV show.
Then it was like, I'll be back. No, but I agree with that. I like Terminator 2 more than Terminator 1. I'm just saying I can see how some people would say that Terminator 1 was the better movie.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously,
splitting hairs. They're both great. So
obviously Sean and I are on the same page because we both love the movie Rad.
If I could sum the Terminator argument up in one cohesive sentence, it's Laundry Day. Nothing clean, right? Laundry Day. Nothing clean, right? So that clears a lot up. Sean, hey, you guys hate A24. I only like a handful of the movies. I'm not that complicated.
You guys need to cover Hereditary and have the guys from You Can Eat That Crust podcast on to cover it with you.
Oh,
we've actually been asked like 10 times to cover Hereditary, and I'm
but we're cooler than everybody else has asked though. So
no one else has asked to come on, and you've already got a slot coming up that you're coming on. So
woo, walk hard, baby.
And Ryan, don't think I forgot about you. I haven't figured out what I'm going to get you on for yet, but we're going to get you on there too. So,
well, just so you know, I'm well versed in pretty much everything. I'm a lot more eloquent than Greg. Definitely a lot funnier, more handsome, more talented overall. So I'm definitely the better get. But Greg will hop on any opportunity to prove himself to be the most important member of this and any other podcast he may go on,
featuring Greg Hoey.
I guess extraordinaire. You can build a resume off of that, right?
You can have Ryan on for Walk Slow.
I do. That's funny.
Thanks.
All right, John, craft beer, overrated or underrated?
Overrated still. I like it. So that's kind of where Dewey Podmonster came from, is both Sean and I were doing different craft beer projects beforehand extensively. But at the end of the day, as someone who likes craft beer and liquor and whiskey and all that stuff, anyone who bros out about that shit is overrated as fuck, because it's a fucking beer. Get over it. Like, I'm so sick of seeing these like slapdick sitting around a bar judging someone based off what they drink. I don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah, you fucking alpha male.
Exactly. Like, I went to there's an Irish pub up the road from us. We go often yesterday. And this guy started giving me shit because I ordered a Miller Lite. And I looked at him and said, it's 87 degrees and humid outside. I'm going to drink what I want. Go fuck yourself. And he sat down and ordered some like heavy ass IPA. And that's fine. I'm not shitting on drinking IPA, but like, why are you giving me shit?
Can I get a Grey Poupon, please?
You want a mustard in a glass? I like it.
Yeah. I'm kind of feeling for shame.
I am definitely not a big $24.99 for a 4-pack of beer is fucking like absurd.
Yeah.
I'm not going to enjoy anything that much. Trust me.
Overrated. I don't drink beer anymore.
$24.99 for a 4-pack is kind of standard for a lot of that shit anymore. Like, there's a place by us. They were selling single cans for $20.99 last week.
Holy shit!
16-ounce cans. I was like, dude, I get whiskey for that, like a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, nothing's that good. Trust me. There's no beer that's like I'm gonna pay that much money for. Like that was worth it. No, that was like fucking an hour and a half of work. You fucking assholes.
Yeah. So
yeah,
and I'm gonna do a
overrated.
Job of the Hut after. So
Yeah. It's overrated for me. You know me, Ryan. I'll take the PBR or
hell yeah,
Bud Light, staying up all night. I don't drink beer anymore. I drink liquor.
as you do.
All right.
Newer.
Well, I enjoy beer in all its forms, whether that's Miller High Life or some ridiculously expensive IPA.
I only enjoy beer when I'm cooking my steak with it, and there's apples involved.
I mean, it sounds like it could work, but not the way that fucker did it. So,
no, these are fucking Bush Apple light beers are like all the fucking rage on the TikToks, I guess. I work with this 20-something kid named Ace, and he's like, me and my roommate drove around looking for these fucking Apple Bush light beers, and like the lady at the store said they got a fucking 3 pallets of them in, and they were sold out by 4:00. And I'm like, there's no
Didn't we just go over not making fun of people for what they drink?
I didn't make fun of anybody, did I, Greg?
You were just making fun of them.
What's big on the TikToks?
All right.
Fuck.
in fairness, people who drink Busch Light Apple are not really people, so it's okay.
Just ask Roddy Piper. All right, and yeah, well, that's why Ouija boards, John. Come on, grow up.
Yes.
All right, here we go. John, Friday the 13th, overrated or underrated?
Underrated as fuck. Most underrated thing in the history of underrated things.
Now, what is exactly what is it for you that puts this franchise so high on your list?
Have you watched any of these movies? They're fucking great.
Dude, I saw fucking Jason Takes Manhattan in the theaters with my father, my real dad.
So you know that Vancouver is a perfectly good representation of New York. You know that boomboxes are perfectly puntable. Drugs are something that are found freely on the streets and injected in people. And if you punch someone in the head, it might fall off. It's an educational process. What's the problem?
I didn't have I fucking love Jason. It's Greg who's, I guess, a denier. Fuck.
Sorry.
So, do you have an answer then, Greg?
Yeah, I think it's overrated. I'm sorry. But saying that, I obviously think Jason is a top-notch movie villain, and I think he's one of the best.
Obviously, that's why you underrated him.
No, I'm just a realist. I know. Like, I hate Michael Myers, but I know Michael Myers is up there too. I'm not a Halloween fan either. I don't like the slow walking, tripping. I love Jason's kills. I love Jason Takes Manhattan. I love Jason Goes to Space.
As you should. That's why they're overrated or underrated. Or
whatever. I love Freddy versus Jason. Like, I think
a Freddy movie that Jason shows up to make better.
Yeah, Jason definitely was the best.
Well, shit. Thank you for those. One more question. What do you think about this Crystal Lake TV show we have coming out? Is it gonna suck?
My expectations are about as low as you can get.
Sure.
I'm a firm believer that we're not going to get a Friday the 13th Crystal Lake TV show, because every time they tell me that they're doing something with the Friday the 13th franchise, at some point Sean Cunningham pisses himself, demands money, and stops it. So they can say whatever they want until there's a tangible product that I can get. I'm not expecting it to actually happen, but I've kind of stopped reading about it, so maybe I'm wrong on this. I try to go into anything that I want to watch as like fresh as I can. Like, I don't want trailers. I don't want any of that shit because they tend to ruin it. If the things I read where they're doing some prequel thing that happens before the, Pamela Voorhees 1980 movie. I don't know that that's a story that I necessarily need. I'll watch it. I hope it's good, but my expectations are pretty low.
I don't think we need to see Jason's trauma. I think we already know.
Right.
Probably had a pretty fucking tough life.
That'd be my guess.
We are getting an Aliens Earth show, though, in August. Let's go.
Yeah, again, low expectations, but I'll be watching it. So.
It's from the same guy who did Fargo show, and that show's awesome.
Greg, I try to go into everything with low expectations because when you expect garbage and you get like slightly less garbage, you're a little happier in life. When you go into something excited, think this is going to be great, then you end up with an violent nature, and then you're just pissed off for 3 weeks, and you make a shitty podcast about it, complaining for 2 hours.
Well, speaking of low expectations, I have a quick little game as well too.
Oh my god! What?
I have a marry, fuck, kill, and the participants are Jason, Freddy, and Pinhead. I'll let our guest go first.
So I'm going to marry Jason because I can fuck him anytime I want. And he deserves to be married because he's a happy guy. I'm going to fuck Freddy because he's not real and he can do some pretty imaginative stuff. Like he could turn into all kinds of random things. I'm going to kill Pinhead because I've seen all the Hellraiser movies. And after part 2, they go downhill pretty quick.
Ryan?
Oh, well, obviously, I'm probably going to marry Pinhead because, it's always going to be kinky shit. You know what I'm saying? Got to keep things interesting. Fuck. I guess I'll fuck Jason. I mean, he's not going to tell anybody about it. And
he's going to be a dead fish.
And I'll kill Freddy just to prove that I could.
You know what? That's a good reason right there.
Yeah. I feel like I could, especially current day Robert Englund. I think he's almost 79 or some shit. I could definitely beat the fuck out of Robert Englund.
I mean, I've watched a lot of bad movies with Robert Englund in them that are not Friday the 13th, or shit, definitely not Friday the 13th movies, not Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Oh, you're not talking the Phantom of the Opera or the Machinist, are you?
I've seen those. I've seen The Mangler. I've seen Zombie Strippers, 2001 Maniacs. They're not good.
No, they're really not.
I mean, when your high bar is like Zombie Strippers or the laundry machine that kills people.
Yeah, that was the Mangler, right? That shit was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I got the correct answer. I would marry Freddy because we would be living our dreams. I would fuck Pinhead because he's leathery and super kinky, and then I would kill Jason because his franchise is overrated.
You can't kill Jason, Greg. I think we've already proven that.
Yeah, he'll take me to space like I'm Katy Perry.
Hey, hopefully.
We probably could have skipped Jason Goes to Hell. Just saying.
That's a weird one. I actually like that one as well too.
It's a weird one, but it's fun.
He's lying on the table and he gets into the doctor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the doctor eats his heart.
That's right.
Turns into a worm for a little bit. It's got Kane Hodder playing Jason and not Jason for a little while.
That must have been a big moment for him.
He's in a ton of stuff where he's not Jason, but the fact that he's in one of those. Right? What's that?
Is that the guy? The doctor's the guy from Half Baked, right? That's Samson.
I don't know. Probably. I haven't checked the cast on that in a while, but that sounds.
He
right.
is.
I check the cast of Half Baked every other week. This is an off week.
Samson Simpson. I stick to my story.
All right, well, that's all we got for you. John, any plugs that you'd like to make before we say goodbye?
Yes, Cuban B. I'll keep it simple. We're all over the place, but the best place to find us is on the You Run Podcast Network site. You can go find all of our old stuff, all of our new stuff, and all of our upcoming stuff there, as well as all the other shows like Your Fine programs that you put up each and every week or every other week, or I listen to it every week. I should know. So yeah, find us there. You can find all the other stuff there. Listen to someone who's not us, because there's a lot of shows on there that deserve your time.
For sure.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. And thank you so much for coming on. You guys are the best. A lot of love in my heart. I'm never going to go to Michigan because it just doesn't appeal to me. So this is it. This is the only way we're ever going to interact. So,
So muggy.
so I want to say, you're all beautiful, beautiful people, and we love each and every one of you.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky. Find us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Pod. If you want to give us a rating, that would be awesome. If you want to join the Patreon for just $1, you get episodes up to a week early. And yeah, we rep the You Run podcast, so find all those shows on yourunpodcast.com.
Boy, and remember,
Ricochet!
in Crust. John,
Aggressively loud.
John,
That's such a more spirited outro than we do.
I don't think so.
We just call people a butthorn and tell them to drink.
I usually just fast forward right to the end and just listen for the outros. So,
you know what? I've done that before, so I get it. I always like to know what gets tacked on after the outro song. So
perfect. All right.
Fuck.
Well, I'm gonna hit this here stop button. Greg's dying, so that's.
Can't wait to
Stuff crust, yeah, stuff crust. A nigga something mystery, yeah, stuff crust. Stuff crust, yeah, stuff crust. Orange juice, one plus, yeah, stuff crust. Stuff crust, yeah, stuff crust. A nigga something mystery, yeah, stuff crust. Stuff crust, yeah, stuff crust. Orange juice, one plus, yeah, stuff crust.